Hey, so update, not much. Just right off the bat, don't come at me because I'm smoking. I don't have weed right now, so I'm smoking a cigarette. Everything just gets you to the grave sooner anyways. And I had I look at the comments, of very little comments, because I don't have a lot of people, which is good and bad, because I'd like to make, online friends. That may be like some of the things I do, or maybe are in the same mental state that I am, and maybe we can help each other out. Have somebody that knows what you're going through, kind of be able to talk to. But if you look at my face, it's not even. This eye right here that I've had people make fun of, especially when I'm high, it doesn't fully open, and it has a bump there that I'm really self-conscious of. It's not stopping me from making videos, but I'm just self-conscious of it. Because random people be like, hey, you're so pretty, but what happened to your eye? And I'm like, oh shit, how can you tell me I'm so pretty and then be like, what the fuck is up with that? So I've also lost a lot of weight. Before it was like, if only you lose weight, you have such a pretty face, that's what's holding you back. I get that shit done. Not for them, but for myself, so I can, when I'm not in a fucking deep-ass depression, do something. Have fun and try to stay on that cycle. Now there's issues with my face. So bitch, what was it? Where you just try to be nice and be like, oh, you got a pretty face, but you're kind of fat? Or did he just see me as this big old ogre and thought you were being nice? I'd rather somebody come straight up to me and be like, hey girl, I'm seeing this. Maybe you can lose a couple pounds, maybe you can whatever. When it comes to my goddamn eye, I can't do anything. Even my smile. Look at it. It's not even. This side pulls more. It's fun times. I had a stroke when I was in my mid-20s. Thank you, birth control. Right? I didn't even have pimples. And I know a lot of young kids or people my age go on it to help with their skin, and I've been blessed to never have pimples. I get a few blackheads on my nose. I think that's normal. But my doctor's like, hey, you're married, you should be on this. All right, I take it. One of them made me pass out. It was a patch. It made me pass out in the mall on the second floor, and then I woke up and there was like throw up all around me. So no patch for me. Tried to do IUD, copper, no hormones, nothing. Guess what bitch is allergic to copper? I am. I mean, I have no problems touching it. I have no problems wearing a copper or anything. But if it goes inside my body, I go into shock. And I had to get revived from that. From a simple fucking IUD routine procedure. So now, after having found out that I had cancer, I had a full hysterectomy. Messes with your mood even more, you know? And yes, I am on medication. It's not working. I can hear somebody telling me, well, maybe that's not the right one for you. I've been on medication since my mid-20s. When am I going to be on the right one? You know, when? Like, I journal. I journal my thoughts. I plan out days so I can kind of have a goal in mind of what to do. I'm a very goal-oriented person, and that helps. And I'm normally a very happy person until this happens. And the thing is, this medication is supposed to make it so it happens less. It doesn't last as long. It's happening more frequently. It's lasting longer. I don't want to push people away, but then I get paranoid. Yeah, I have that. And I think everybody can see in me. And that, you know, who wants to be around somebody like that? I am to the point where I'm self-medicating. I told this to my therapist, and she told me to get in contact with my other doctor to see what other medication he can put me on. Because, you know, Big Pharma, with them, there's always something more. I'm not going to prescribe you weed, even though that helps. I'm going to prescribe you this other thing with 500 different side effects. And you guys that say, well, those side effects are in rare occasions. Those side effects, I was given Lamictal. It's for a mood disorder, mood imbalance. I was given Lamictal. I was on it for 3 weeks. What this medication does, it builds in your system to keep your levels where there should be, and you can function without cycling and doing the shit that I do. Guess who, bitch, is allergic? I am. You know how I found out? I was walking to pick up my daughter from school. I got a real sharp pain on my back. It just went straight down, pushed me to the ground. I had to call my husband for help. He had to carry me into the car, and we went to the emergency room they had at that base. And while there, my heart stopped. They had to cut my clothes off. And I wasn't scared. For the first time in my life, I wasn't scared. I could feel everything melting away. And I was worried about my family. And Jesse said he heard me call out his name. But I wasn't scared for me. I was welcoming death. Because that's how much it hurts to be here. Every day is a struggle. Every day. Even on my happy days. And on days like this, even more so. I used to self-harm. It's taken a lot to not do that again. A lot. Why? It's not the medication doing it that's stopping me. It's my will to fucking try harder. That's it. What's keeping me going is the will that the shit and hope might get better. And at this point in my life, 42 now, I don't know how that's gonna happen. I paint, I craft, I do design for home design. I love it. I can honestly say I love it. I love now the only family I have is my husband and my kids, because I'm not near my other family, so therefore I don't exist. And when I call, it's like, oh wait, I'm on another line, just hang up, never call me back. I'm not a priority. I don't want to be on the top of your list. But I'm your family, so I should be somewhere on that list. Okay? Things have happened in my family that just want to be swept under the rug. And then I am told, well, that happened in the past, you should forget. And they turn right back around and throw the same shit out. You can't have your cake and eat it too like that. You can't just do that to somebody that you care about, supposedly. I don't make my mother look good by having tattoos, by having piercings, by being overweight for a majority of my life. I don't look good with her. And therefore, I'm not with her. I went and got a really expensive bed that I am still paying on. And I got it 2 years ago because she said she was going to come visit. She told me she wasn't because she doesn't like flying. She told me she wasn't because because I'm temperamental. I could kind of see that one. But when I had invited her, my medication was working. And I would try my hardest. I am amazing, just amazing at smiling and going along with whatever's going on, even though I'm fucking dying inside. So I think I could have sucked it up while she came for a visit and shown, hey, I'm your mom, I care, I'm visiting you, visiting your family, visiting my grandkids. Nope. So I found a family that needed a bed that's only been slept on 4 times. And they have a new Casper bed. Like the whole thing, everything from them. And I'm glad they have it, because I don't think they would have been able to get one otherwise. I'm glad that out of her horrible actions towards me, something good came out of it. But I am so very sad that she had a list of reasons of why she couldn't come visit. One of them was COVID. how are you scared of COVID if you've had all your shots? You've had all your shots because you're old and you're scared. You know what? I'm not old. I'm older, but I'm not old. And I'm not fucking scared of dying. But here you are, calling me when you're in your own separate, miserable state. And you have me help you, bring you up. I set things around alarms to call you at certain times to wake you up. I've told you, let's FaceTime walk. You've said yes. And then I did that for 2 weeks. She wouldn't even answer the phone. She never even called me back and said, hey, I wasn't up for a walk today. I wasn't this or that. No excuse, just nothing. And then one day I was able to get a hold of her. And she's like, hey, why are you calling? And I told her, look, we are in a different time zone. I am setting up blocking out a certain amount of time out of my day to call you so you could get up and move, because you told me you wanted the help and you did not want to walk by yourself. And your other daughters that live with you, that you love, aren't doing that for you. And I was willing to. And I asked her, are you going to be able to do this? She's like, well, I don't know right now. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn off the alarm because I don't see why I should be calling you if at that specific time, if you're not going to walk. And then I'm being dramatic. I'm being dramatic right now as I'm talking because I'm upset. I wasn't being dramatic when I talked to her. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, then I'll just turn them off. And when you want to walk, call me. And I'll walk with you. And then she said she had to go. And that was it. That's the kind of relationship that I have with a parent that for some horrible, I consider it horrible reason, I've always wanted them to love me. And now I know that's not going to happen. And I think that's kind of what brought on what's going on right now. Because I don't know if you've ever heard, nothing kills anything faster than killing their hope and taking their hope away. We are retiring. I don't know if you just saw, I'm sorry if you're just seeing this for the first time and you're seeing me like this. I apologize. We're retiring from the military, and the hope was to be able to move home closer to family. But to what family? Family that just sees you and acts nice to you if there's something you can do for them. Because to me, that's not family. If it was like a relationship thing, you'd call those gold diggers. Moment, I gotta put you down.